Oh, sorry, this was interesting.
Yeah, still hearing you, but echo, there's echoing.
Oh, let me turn this monitor off. Okay, is that better?
Yes, that's better.
Sorry, I've got a new laptop. I'm trying to get SE Linux up and running on it, and it's been interesting. Okay, so let me see. It looks like there might have been some discussions going on before. I don't have a lot of updates this week. I can go through what's in the agenda. But well, we had Monday off as for a holiday for Linux Foundation, and I've been trying. Well, I've got to get a laptop installed and secured to be able to do anything on the systems, like getting onto servers, configuring repositories, all that fun stuff. So I've been trying to get that. Okay, so well, we can just dive into this and we can go in any direction you guys want to. So for announcements, there was the V12 Techinar from the last meeting or two. Amit had offered to head that up, and there was now a call open to, if anybody would like to, help get all the material together and do the presentation. Everybody's welcome to join on that. And Michelle was trying to coordinate the meeting and get everything set up and send out all the invites and fun stuff like that. So there was a mild update on the Linux Foundation side. We talked a little bit about GitHub Actions last time, and Jessica from Linux Foundation, she's in the release engineering group, did an overview of what we can do with GitHub Actions. I don't think it's going to change a whole lot of what we're doing. It's just a nice abstract way to be able to launch job tasks, isolating revision control, Jenkins, the pipelines, and the actual tasks that you're running. So we were just looking at that. At some point, a training session, or well, the training session is probably not a good description. We'll set up a separate meeting. If anybody has questions or would like to talk about any of it, we'll try and get that in the pipeline, get that scheduled. Let me see, what else do we have? Are there any other announcements or anything people would like to bring up?
Yeah, Burak was asking about the agent version, OpenWRT agent version in the release, the current release. Did we include the agent in the release also?
Include the agent in the, I'm sorry, which, include the agent where?
In release.
Which agent
What's the
was
current
that?
version of the agent in the release? In 2.12.
Which agent? Are you asking for the release of VOLTHA, or I'm not sure which agent you're asking for the version.
The OpenWRT agent running on the OLT itself.
Okay, hold on one second. It's in the release notes. Can everybody see my screen, or did I lose it when I changed tabs?
I can't see anything.
By the way, I just remember checking it 1 week ago or so to the website. There is a release notes or something like that. So I just checked that if there is any agent reference to there, OpenWRT agent, but it's not the page that I looked at. So this is a different page actually.
Okay. This is, if you go to docs.voltha.org, scroll down, there's a release notes tab. And if you click on the 2.12 release notes, you'll come to this page where the features, bug fixes, all that fun stuff is. If you scroll down under both components, the OLT adapter that we've got in here right now is 4.4.1.
Okay, that's OLT adapter, yes. And
Yeah, this is
there should be
adapter.
the OLT agents, yeah.
Yeah. And let me see, the only, everything is updated in here as of like last week. The only thing that is not completely current is our VOLTHA system tests, and the Helm charts are 90% updated. The only lingering problem was a problem in VOLTHA Onos, and that was there was a hang in VOLTHA stack deploys, I believe. Yeah, I've got to get
And
back and finish that
there's
up.
no OpenOLT agent here, right? As far as I can see.
Is there one in 2.11?
Oh, sorry, not components. You probably want to look at Onos components. OLT is version 5.2.6.
No, agent is not an OROS component. It is the component running on OLT.
Well, the only one
Yes,
two
you
I'm
see
aware of are the
OpenOLT
adapter.
agent. No, go 4, 5 up.
It's
Yeah,
on the top. Yeah, OpenOLT agent.
after OF agent. Not too much.
This is 2.11. This is now 2.12.
Yes, we have agent here. You see under the VOLTA components. So first, second, third, fourth, fifth line is OpenOLT agent.
And that one doesn't have any version information on it. I'll have to go back and look at that one and see what state that's in then.
Yeah, also we'll have to also check if the tests being run are with the recent OpenOLT agent in the runs in the with the hardware.
Abhilash, you said yes, you did some edits on agent on August and upgraded its release. So is any new software version for OLTs prepared for that? For H-core OLTs at least? That one in the labs?
No, I think so. Earlier, I'm not sure how it was done. Probably then they had a build machine which had everything in it, because the build for that will take awfully long. So we need to have a build machine with all the BAL and all compiled.
Yes,
So
correct.
yeah, so that I'm not sure if that was done after, but we had pushed for the OpenOLT agent.
Yes, that's where I want to bring the conversation to. So, do we have such an environment in ONF, Joy?
To do what?
I should say LF instead of ONF. To build a new dep for OLTs, for H-core OLTs, for example, with the correct agent and BAL versions, etc. Do we have an environment to prepare new software version for OLTs?
If we have a pipeline set up that's running, that will do it, yes.
I don't think we have pipeline for this. I'm not sure, but
Yeah, there is no pipeline for that. It was manually done
Okay.
from before.
Then if it was manually done, the answer is probably no.
yeah. That was one previously before ONF guys moved to Intel. We had such a environment, but after that, I don't know what happened to the environment and which hardware was the environment on. So it seems that we don't have it. Do we have a chance to, check it anywhere with all previous ONF guys, Joy?
I can ask around.
Yeah, Girish was, I think,
Yes,
he
Girish was
was
the
the
guy.
one yeah, he was the one that building new new dApps for OLT. So he's the correct guy. If you can ask Girish about this, but probably, because of all the labs that ONF had somehow, moved somewhere else. I don't think we
Yeah.
have the environment, but uh, you you can still ask. Perhaps we have something on Berlin lab. I don't know. In this case,
Mhm.
maybe
Yeah,
help.
we can ask.
By the way, Mahir, other than the environment, there are some credential information, etc. Just like Edgecore told us, recently to upload, some artifacts, etc. to their NAS
Yes.
servers, etc. So there should be some credentials on the ONF side to be noted, maybe.
So correct me, Burak. The previous process was we had an environment. We were getting the true BAL version from the Broadcom,
Yes,
and we were building this our agent with this BAL library and HCore software also, and preparing a package for HCores,
yes,
and then uploading this onto HCore's file servers.
yes.
Okay, that was the
On
process.
the
Right?
Edgecore side, that's the process. But
Yeah,
on Zyxel side, for example, they were preparing, as far as I know, they were preparing their own artifacts as a whole, as
yeah.
far as I know, and they share it with the shareholders. So
Okay.
ONF
So
companies, etc.
For HCore, we were, we also had had credentials for their file server to upload the new versions to there. And
Yes.
for Zyxel, how did we get the software from there? What?
Yeah, actually, Zyxel has its own, file server, web-based, web HD, they call it. And probably ONF also had its
Credentials for
own
that.
credentials to access their part,
Okay. So we need credentials for Zyxel file server and HCore file
as well.
server. So
Yes.
do we need to, request HCore software, the latest software from HCore for, in case we have to build the environment?
Well, that's some, there's it's kind of complicated because it's two parts. There are two parts. One, there are two sets of patches, coming from Edgecore and one coming from Broadcom. And
Mhm.
Broadcom has a common ticket with all Volta or ONF shareholders, all the members, etc. So they require Edgecore to put their part of the patch, Broadcom IP part of the patch to that ticket, so that those parties who are allowed to access to that ticket can get that patch. Okay, so ONF I think had that right back then. I don't know the current status, so we need to check that also. And it's like that, you know, you can get the edge core part, but you may not get the Broadcom part if you don't get access to the ticket from Broadcom side, you know, from Broadcom portal.
Okay, so we now we have also we need another credential, which to access the ticket on
Broadcom portal.
side. Okay, portal.
Yes.
Okay, that's
And
been
with
true.
that credential, you know, Girish had that credential, I believe. We could also get you know, the software packages from Broadcom side, you know, as documented in the building MD file. You know, there are some, you know, source files.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So currently, whether we have the agents version, latest agent version or not, we cannot build it. We don't have, you know, ability to build the agent and prepare depths for the OLTs that we have in labs. So we don't have, you know, ability to test Volta with the latest agent currently. In our hardware test.
Then I think so this would have been the same case for 2.11 release as well.
Yes.
Just
So
that. Hmm.
yeah, 2.11 and in 2.12, we can only test with, you know, with on hardware side with the old 2.10 version of the agent and, you know, the latest depths prepared on 2.10. That's the case. So we need to somehow overcome this. I prepared a few emails and sent HCore and Zyxel. I think HCore still is on the same page. They say that, you know, ONF need to prepare the depths and upload them on their file server. On the Zyxel's side, I mean, I first asked for them to publish a new dep with VOLTHA 2.12, and they said that they currently are not going to that. It's not in their plan, so we need to ask again, you know, if they have any plan to, you know, release the new version and give some information about its timing to us.
Okay.
Okay, but at least we have the environment for HCore in our labs. We can prepare HCore depths and, you know, make the tests with latest version, at least with one OND vendor. OLT, sorry.
Yeah, on that note, I also was trying to arrange the shipment of the ROLTs from Hillsborough to Berlin lab. So they are shipped now to Germany, but I'll have to speak with Bjorn and somehow manage it to Berlin lab so that we'll start using the ROLTs. So for building the agent with the ROLTs shouldn't be a problem because we have all the packages and all the patches we need for that. So that would be straightforward if we are testing with ROLTs.
Okay, good.
So once I have the updates, like when will the VOLTEs land in Berlin, when will they get connected, I'll share once I have some more info on that.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, one last item that we can talk today is the software test, BabySim, the periodic test that's running with BabySim. I'm checking them, and I check them sometimes, and some of them, failing, they're not stable, sometimes passing, sometimes failing. So if, you guys have time to check them, please, go ahead and, check the BabySim test and see if, you can fix any of these problems we have. Some of them may be a bit, software, some of them be about the test itself, but, we need to check them and bring all of them to green. Joy, it's not adapter, it's agent. Follow up with girish for background. They note you to, it's open at the agent. Yes.
I had some of the failing BB-Sim tests back from doing release jobs too. I can probably get those. I gotta go dig those up again. Most of all the stuff that I've encountered, I ended up putting it in tickets. So if you just search for Jira tickets with a label of BB-Sim or testing, you can usually find those.
Joy, also let's do a triage on the Jenkins job. You know, there are some duplicates somewhere on some different views. So let's, clean them also. Go through them. The old ones, we can, remove the old ones, the ones that belong to VOLTA 2.8 or, older releases.
I have a laptop with a very high resolution, and I'm looking at tiny, tiny, tiny text on this thing. Excuse me. Okay. Let me see. Does anybody have anything else you'd like to bring up for discussion?
I don't.
Yeah, but hopefully it won't be as chaotic next week. I got to figure out why I can't unmute my connections, but all part of the fun. Okay, I guess if nobody else has anything they'd like to add, I guess we can say thanks for joining.
Thank you, Joe. Bye-bye.
Thank
Yep.
you guys. Bye bye.
Bye all.
Thank you all. Bye.
Bye.